Hey friends, Amber here, back for another process video. Today I'm going to be doing a 2-page layout. I just showed you the sketch that I chose was from Page Maps, and it's from the October 2020 collection. And then here I'm just showing you all of the products that I pulled from my stash to create this page. I have stuff from all over. Most of it is close to my heart. There's just that one paper that was the army print or camo print, and that came from a Echo Park collection that I have in my stash. Now I'm just going to trim down all my papers. There are no dimensions, and so I am just kind of eyeballing it and doing what I think might be the dimensions, which is okay by me. I love doing that. I think it's a good way for every base pages to kind of be different, and I really enjoy that. This red paper is from our Blue Skies collection. I believe you can still get this on my website under online only, and it has a UV coating on it, and I absolutely love it. I have hoarded so much of it, and so I love sneaking it into my pages, and it comes with a few different colors with different patterns, and it's just gorgeous. If you would like some, make sure you go check out my website. I'll leave a link in the description below. Again, I'm just trimming, kind of eyeballing the sketch that's right there above me to figure out what I am doing. Now, I wanted to have a decorative border with this, and so with this punch, I like to punch out my paper before I cut it because I feel like I have a better grip on the paper when it's like a 12 by 12 as opposed to trimming it down to the little strip that it's going to be. You'll see I'll trim it down to about a 1-inch width, and this just makes it easier if I punch it first and then measure it out and cut it. And I do this twice. I cut it out for the second one just because I don't think you guys need to watch that twice, but see, I just punched it and then I trim it and I have my piece. Now here I am. I had cut all those pieces and I wasn't quite sure how much more room I had to put the top and the bottom, and so that was just me measuring out to kind of see and gauge how much space I've already taken up, so that I know how much of this wood grain to cut, because I do not want to waste any of it because I love it. So I measured out how much space I had left, and then I trim it because it's just 12 inches across on both pages. And then I go back and trim it so that it can be on top and bottom, as opposed to layering it under everything and wasting all that paper. I do that a lot with my scrapbooking. Okay, so now I'm just going to start assembling, starting at the top with this wood grain. And I just butt it right up against the top. And then I will start going down. I do skip down to the bottom, just because I know that I'm going to have to overlap some stuff. I believe I overlap the camo paper because it is just a little too much, which is fine. It kind of covers the seam between the red and the polka dot. Right here, I'm going to put tape on it and then go put it down and realize, oops, I didn't cut it down like I cut everything else. And so I do have to bust out my trimmer and trim that down, which is okay. That's why I keep my trimmer close by. Easy fix. And then with this punch, which is just like the notebook paper punch, my favorite punch that I got off of Amazon, if you're wondering where I got it. I like to ruffle it up just so it looks like it did just get torn out of a notebook. And then I did skip me gluing all the pieces down on the second page just to cut on time on this video because it is a longer video because it's a 2-page layout. Now I'm going to trim down my photos. It calls for 4x6s, and I want there to be a mat on my photos, and so I'm just going to trim them down by 1/4 of an inch so that my photo mat is a 4x6, and then my photo is just smaller than that, being at, what is that, 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. And I don't have the exact photo sizes that they do on this, but I'm okay with that because usually I will take a sketch and use the base of it as my idea and then kind of modify it for my photos after that. So I am totally okay with doing that and making it work for my photos as opposed to making my photos work for the sketch. So I only did 3 because I didn't know exactly where I was going to put them. And I did use, you can't tell, but this gray is a printed. It kind of looks like linen. In person, it's really pretty. So I'm just backing the photos. And then I will bring in the layout and kind of lay them down and see where I want to put them without gluing them just yet. If I don't glue them down right away and I pull out the embellishments that I want to use, then it's easier to move the photos around if it's not working, like you'll see I will do. So pulling out some foam stickers that have titles on them. And I love that they're on this clear acetate film because I can cut them out and lay them down onto my page to see where I want to put them. Now I split up 2 different stains. One said stay a while and the other one said home sweet home. But because these photos are COVID portraits, I don't know if you guys have heard of that. There was a big thing where you had a photographer come take photos of you on your front porch staying home. And so my friend had somebody come out and do a bunch of people in our neighborhood. And so I just jumped on the bandwagon and we got our photos taken. But I was able to take a piece from each of those titles and create my own title, Stay Home, because this was during the beginning of quarantine and staying home. And it was nice too because we hadn't had a family photo in a while and we had just moved into our home July of 2019. And so it was cool to have photos of us in front of our new house too. Now there are some circles, and so I start punching some circles out to put on this layout, and then I realize I do want to add in this other photo of my kids who are on their Chromebooks like they're doing schooling because they all got sent home from school and they did online schooling. So I just thought it was a good reminder that we did that and we survived. So thankful they're back in school right now. But again, I'm just moving my photos around because I wanted to add a photo. I love that you can do that with a sketch. You can make it your own. You don't have to do exactly what they did. It's just a good jumping off point and a starter for me. These stickers are from this Stitched Together collection, and I just love them. They have flowers and some fonts, and I have a couple of them left over in my stash. And so, again, I'm just cutting out all the pieces that I want to use so that I can lay them onto my page and get an idea and gauge where I want to put them. I wish that we could buy just this thing of stickers because I just was in love with it. I actually bought several paper packs and just so I can have several sticker sheets. This is going to take a minute, and I don't know why I didn't trim out some of this, but I didn't. So you're going to watch me just trim out some stickers. It's okay. Sorry if you can hear talking in the background. Saturday and my husband's home. Now, I am doing this, and I've been doing my videos really late at night, like 10 to 11 o'clock p.m. And I go ahead and I lay out everything how I want it to be. And then my husband's like, it's midnight. Are you coming to bed? And I was like, oh, okay. So I actually end up leaving this laying out like this with all my pieces just sitting there kind of how I want them. And it sits for 2 days in my scrapbook room, you guys. 2 days. I did not get to play in here. And I had so much work that I had to get done. And then the kids do homeschooling on Friday or distance learning, whatever they want to call it. And so I just had a lot going on. And so it took 2 days for me to get back up into my scrapbook room to actually glue everything down. So you'll notice in a minute that, like right now, I don't have a jacket on. And then in a minute, it's going to flash forward and voila, I have a jacket on. That's because it's a few days later. Which I love having a scrapbook room and a space that I can leave out my stuff. I know not everybody has that option, but I really, really am thankful that I do and that I can just leave stuff laying out that I'm working on and not have to put it all away and get it all back out, especially because I had decided where I wanted to put everything. These bows are another one of my favorites, the black and white stripes. They, I believe, are still on the online only section of my website as well, and I have quite the stash of those. I also use the little wood leaves come from the Bloom with Grace wood accents that are available still. So if you'd like to go get you some of those, I really like those. And I think that's another thing I'll probably stash up on because I can use it in so many different ways and with so many different paper packs. Now I am just, I glued down my photos off screen and then I'm just coming in with the pieces and actually gluing them down. These foam black sprigs are from the titles, where I got the titles from, so that's nice. Throw some more black throughout the layout. Now I do use liquid glass to glue down my wood veneer pieces. I feel like that's been the best thing for me. And then you see, I think I held them up a minute ago. I had some flare. They're like buttons that I got from a lovely lady from YouTube. Her page is called Yes Please Paper Scrapbooking or something like that. I'll leave her name down below. I love watching her videos. She's actually the first person I watched scrapbooking YouTube videos from. And this was back when I didn't have a YouTube account and I just used my husband's. And she had a contest for like so many viewers and Jonas won. It was funny, but it was really neat. And so I got to pick out 12 different buttons that she made, and that Love This and the arrow are 2 of those buttons that I got. And they're awesome. I used to have a button maker when I was younger in like junior high, and I loved it. And I don't know what happened to it, but I'm really sad I don't have it anymore because those things are expensive. I was looking into getting one, and ooh, that might be like a Christmas wish list. Okay, just gluing down all of these pieces. This page is coming together so nicely. I love it. And I love taking and creating like my own paper pack to match my photos. Because like I said, this is like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like 5 different paper collections between the embellishments, the stickers, and the different papers that I used. Because if you were to flip those all over, no, they don't all go together. But I do love that close to my heart's papers can be intertwined like that. Okay, just finishing up my last circle, which will complete my visual triangle on my page. Using some 3D foam tape to pop up a few things to give it some more dimension. I almost wish I would have taken a picture before I moved everything. I tried to move everything like in the pile it was sitting there and kind of build from the bottom up so I could remember what it looked like. But I'm pretty sure that's not what I had it down like when I had everything just sitting there. Now the last thing, well, not the last thing, but the next step is just gluing down my title and taking it off of this acetate. This is a bigger title, and so taking it off, it kind of took away the shape that it was, which is kind of a pain in the butt with using these pre-made titles. However, I love that they're pre-made because it kind of helps me create a title for my page, and there's less thinking and less, oh no, do I have enough A's or E's or you know, this letter to make my title. So that's nice too. There was this heart sitting there and I thought, oh, let's just throw this heart up there because then I have black in each of my circle spots, kind of carry that black throughout. And then just gluing down that last flare button, I used liquid glass to glue those down. And then the last thing I'm going to do is add some splatters because what's a page without a little bit of splatters are still kind of distressing. And because I didn't ink any of this page, it definitely needed splatters. Now, this is just a spray bottle. I like to open it up and just tap out some of the liquid onto my page to create splatters. You can also do this with our shimmer brushes, but it does leave a lot of shimmer, and I'm not a big fan of lots of shimmer on my pages. I'd like to say I'm a girly girl, but I don't always want sparklies on my pages, which is fine. It is what it is. Did you see me? I just made the biggest splotch of black, so be careful. I do cover my photos because it can interfere or get onto your photos, and that's never fun. Now I'm going to tell you, if you do get it on your photos, do not try wiping it off. Do not try smudging it off. You can ruin your photos that way. Just leave it. It is what it is type thing, you know. So this is my page. I am done. Thank you for watching. If you would like to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button. Give me a like if you like it. And I will see you guys next time on my next live. Bye.